What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the A24 Archive. This is the segment on my channel where I go back through A24's entire catalog from the first film that they released all the way till whenever I get caught up. And I'm very excited to talk about the movie I'm going to be discussing today because I've never really done a formal review on this movie before, but it is a movie I like a lot. It's a movie that I feel like gets talked about quite a bit amidst fans of A24. This is definitely a film in their catalog that is well admired, and I understand the reason for that. I think this is my third time watching this movie, I believe, and I was excited to give it a revisit with a fresh perspective every time I go in to watch this movie. And the film I'm going to be discussing with you today is Good Time. Good Time is directed by Josh Safdie and Benny Safdie. After a botched bank robbery lands his younger brother in prison, Connie embarks on a twisted odyssey through New York City's underworld to get his brother Nick out of jail. So, as I said, I've seen this movie a few times. I was really excited to watch it again, and I really enjoy this movie. I don't think I like this movie as much as Uncut Gems, and there are moments in the film that I feel like could be polished a little bit better, but what I will say is this is a step in the direction with Uncut Gems that proves that the Safdie brothers, when they're working together, can create an anxiety-ridden nightmare that is just difficult to sit through in moments. And I say that in the best way possible. They are trying to make these movies uncomfortable. They're trying to get you in the headspace of the lead character and understand the struggles that the lead character is going through, understand the obstacles that they have to hurdle over. And what I love about their two films that I've seen, I know they have films that have come before Good Time, but I've not seen any of their previous work other than Good Time and Uncut Gems. But what I love about both of those films is the lead characters are not good people. They're bad people. They're people that make horrible decisions. They're people that get the people that they love in a lot of trouble because of selfishness. And this movie is the perfect example of that. And it is a very simplistic storyline. We're introduced to Connie, played by Robert Pattinson. And at the beginning of the movie, he comes into an office and takes his brother Nick, played by Benny Safdie, out of this office where he's getting this counseling done. It's clearly obvious that Nick is developmentally disabled. I don't think it 100% expresses what's going on with him, but he obviously functions at a rate where he needs some sort of help. He needs family to be around him. So Connie takes him out of there, and immediately after taking him out of this appointment, he takes him to go rob a bank, and they put these masks on. They go rob the bank. They successfully get the money. They get in an Uber, and when they open up the money, they find out they get the fake money that the bank puts in that's packed with paint, and it explodes in the Uber. The two of them end up running, and while they're evading the police, they end up getting stopped by the cops, and Nick gets arrested and put in jail. So Connie is out free running around, and he's trying to figure out a way to make enough money to get his brother out of prison. So he starts going around finding people that he knows and trying with all of his might to get his brother out of jail. So the plot is super simplistic. It really is just a brother trying to get his brother out of jail. But what makes this movie so impressive is the technical aspects, the cinematography, and the incredible performances. For starters, Robert Pattinson is a star. I cannot get over that a guy coming from the Twilight series, where his performance is not good in those movies, he gives very flat dialogue delivery. Obviously, he looks back on those films with a lot of disdain. He's not a fan of the fact that he did it, but if he never did those movies, he may have never gotten to the point he's at now. So I'm grateful for Twilight that he is in the situation he's in now, because this dude just puts out incredible performance after incredible performance. It is impossible not to watch a Robert Pattinson film and be impressed. The accent in this movie, just his bodily movements and the way that he walks, he embodies this character brilliantly. He is a scumbag. He does horrible things and manipulates people to get what he wants. But the thing is, and what I love about the way the Safdie brothers write these characters, he genuinely loves his brother with everything in him, and he would do anything in the world to protect his brother, and that's putting himself in a horrible situations. I also think Benny Safdie's performance in this is so understated and so incredible. It is really hard to go in and do a performance where you're playing someone who is developmentally disabled or that is going through something. And I think that Benny Safdie does a brilliant job in this movie. He's not in it for a super long amount of time, but for the time period that he is in the film, he is phenomenal. And I think the chemistry between the two brothers is really great. I love the cinematography in this film, and I also love in specific moments the way that the Safdies play with color in this movie. It really helps amplify the experience and really immerses you. Also, the use of the score in this film, I feel like it's only used when it's 100% necessary and to kind of just amplify that level of suspense. But even if you completely stripped the score away from this movie, you would still feel super uncomfortable, worry what's going to happen to this character. And I think what makes the Safdie so impressive is that in this and in Uncut Gems, you have characters that are making terrible decisions, that aren't good people, that for some reason while you're watching, you're just worried for them. You're worried sick that something bad is going to happen to them, despite the fact that they're not good people. And it's almost like you want them to get arrested or you want something to happen so it'll stop. Like, it's just that well done. And I really commend the Safdies. I know recently in an interview, they have decided not to make a movie together for a while because they both have different interests and both have things that they want to pursue, which makes sense. I mean, when you work collectively as a pair for a while, there's things that you want to do on your own and they want to pursue their own creative things. Benny Safdie has been doing a ton of acting performances, so it makes a lot of sense that they want to go their own separate way and do their own separate things. But I love when the two of them are together and create something. And like I said, this film is very bare bones and simplistic when it comes to the plot, but I think everything about this movie is its execution. And I think keeping you on the edge of your seat and keeping you invested in these characters and in their motivations is what makes the film such an amazing experience. And if you've never watched it before, Good Time is a really great addition into the A24 production company catalog, and it's 100% a film that you need to see at least once. So have you seen Good Time? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. I thought this movie was fantastic. I really loved it a lot. I think the performances are great. I think the cinematography is spectacular. And if you've never seen it before, you 100% should check it out. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.